Greetings and blessings from the Most High, Jah, Rastafari, Crawford Ashley, the spiritual boxer, and I'm talking about boxing again. I've just finished a little session, and while I was finishing the session, I was thinking about things. And it's like boxers out there during this lockdown, there's no excuse. This is when champions actually train. You know, your mates are at the club, but your mates aren't in the ring with you. So you can go do your runs, sprints, press ups, stretching. I bet a lot of you can't even touch your toes. But get into a stretching routine. You know, break up the day during this lockdown. You know, it's shadow boxing. Just moving your feet just a little bit. You don't need a lot of space. You know, getting the movements, finding your balance. You know, trying different things, looking and imagining punches coming at you. So it's it's one of them champions never stop training because they're doing a lot of visualization. Because I used to say that you become a champion when you're in your bedroom. You know, get your stance set up and just start bobbing and weaving, bending, you know, doing a lot of flexibility, because there's not many children or kids or boxers nowadays that are flexible. You know, start doing lots of stretches, getting flexible. And road work, you can get out there, do road work, do sprints, build the art up. Skipping, you don't need a lot of room for that. But basically just working on the small ones like your hands, grip exercises, you know, a newspaper, working it, doing different ones, wrists, all these, build it up, ankles, knees, just do stretching, working them, making your joints strong, because punching the bag's all well and good, but if you haven't got strong joints, then it's pointless because it hurts. And I know that because I broke my hands quite a few times. Was I punching correctly? Were the bandages put on right? Or was it just I'm a freak and I can hit very hard and sometimes miss timing and your hands get damaged? So I'd be working, if I had my time over again, a little bit more on my wrists, building them up. My flexibility was always alright for a boxing. I always had good flexibility. Yeah, another one, throwing and catching. You know what I mean? You've got a tennis ball against the wall, just throw it and catch it. See where it comes off. If it bounces off, then you've got to get it over there quick. And start throwing and catching the ball faster and faster and faster. And gets your footwork movement along the lines. And if you can, especially for kids, if you're out in the woods and you can climb a tree. You know, there's a lot of exercises being used, a lot of muscles being used in climbing a tree. So just climb a tree. You know, you got to make your training a little bit fun. Well, make it a lot of fun. Yeah, so it's like this lockdown. Losers make excuses. Yeah, there's no excuses to be made. Get out there, get training, get working. And for you older people like me, don't be just sat on your ass. If you get up for anything, touch your toes, or try to touch your toes. Just lean over, bend over. Squatting down's good. And these are the things you can do every day. You know, or 3 or 4 times a day, even better. Every time you go to put the kettle on, give yourself a little task that you got to do. Maybe 2 squats, and then you can have a cup of tea. You know, 3 squats for a coffee. I'm going to have a cheese toast here, so I'll have to do 5 sit-ups, whatever. You know, you just make it a little bit fun. Give yourselves little rewards for doing things. Talking about the jab, which is, I'd say, the basic of the jab. Now, the basics of boxing is the jab, really. It's I'd say the second best weapon after your mind. Your mind is your best weapon. Your second best weapon is the jab. You can get in range. It's a range finder. It's a prodder. Knocker on the door to open the door so you can drop the bombs. You know. It's a barge pole, so you can just keep it out there, keep them at range. You know, it's it's a time saver. And it's a great recovery tool when you're tired. Just get back on your toes and go behind your jab. Recover that way. And then when you're boxing somebody with a good jab, how do you counter the jab? You know, block. As soon as it hits, swap. Not swapping. Parry the jab. Move with the right hooks. You got to be able to counter the jabs. There's a lot of different counters you can do. Step to the outside, step to the inside, slip to the outside, slip to the inside, bend your knees. Bend your knees, some of the shots will go over the top of your head. But then come back with body shots, hooks, uppercuts. And yeah, perfect your hooks and your uppercuts and just move your feet a little bit. And see how they feel, see if you can get that flow going. Because that's what it's all about, it's getting into that flow and getting into that movement. And like I say, if you can work your jab, everything comes off the jab, then learn to feint with the jab and come back. So you're bam, bam, bam. But when you feint, always counter with 3 or 4, never counter with 1 or 2. Sometimes you can feint and come back with one right hand, boom, and let it make the head That's alright. But like I say, there's no right ways and wrong ways in boxing. If you're hitting him, you're doing something right. If you're getting hit, you're doing something wrong. Move, that's the first thing. So like I say, footwork, well, that could be number 1, couldn't it really? Balance and footwork. Then everything comes off the balance and the footwork. So get your footwork right first, and then work on the jab. Yeah, forward, backwards, or whatever. Anyway, until tomorrow, I hope this has been good. I hope it's been interesting. If it has, please subscribe. The more subscribers I get, it works on different algorithms. And if you hit the notification button, when I do any more, they'll come straight up onto yours. So I've been told. I'm still learning this game. And any tips would be absolutely brilliant. So we'll see. Anyway, until next time. Bye.